picked up this front splitter, and it's supposed to go to the front of your bumper on the bottom, and creates a downward pressure on the front. To The idea is to compensate. I put a rear spoiler on the back of the Veloster and pushes down on the back, but it's a front wheel drive vehicle, so this will balance out the downward forces. So front wheel drive will have some downward force in the front like it should. There's just four pieces that screw together, and I'm gonna fit it up and get the hardware locations figured out. All right, so this is the normal stock body of the Veloster, and you can see there's where the red is a pressure, and the green and the blue is less pressure. So here we are with the spoiler added. You can see there's an additional pressure on the rear, but it's a front wheel drive vehicle. So to balance it out, the front splitter is added to create downward force in the front. So I've been test driving the car a little bit with the front splitter on, and this leading edge does tend to scrape on like driveway ramps, and you know, so I'm gonna add this piece of aluminum as like a sacrificial scraper. Just add it under there. It's a little thin, so to have it hang down far enough, I'll just put some washers in between this and that to get the bar down low enough. Got it on. Well, I'm getting these tie rods on. The washers, it was like you have to get the nut and washer on there, and it's hard to do. So I super glued the washers onto the nuts, and then this earplug helps keep the bolt from pushing back up when you're trying to tighten the nut. Yeah. There's the aluminum plate. The exhaust cutoff switch stopped working, so I'm gonna try to troubleshoot what went wrong with it. Got the white is the negative, and then the black is the positive. I just gotta painstakingly take this out now and get it on the testing bench to troubleshoot. I got the motor and it's hooked up to the positive and negative with the fuse. It's a 7.5 fuse. Got the switch mocked up here. Now if I just turn the power supply, it'll probably help if I plug the power supply in. Cool. See these test leads here. Go up to 12, I guess. So if I do this, Alright, so the motor works. The motor works. That's good, because I don't have to bother replacing it. Something in the wiring must have went wrong. A short or a disconnection or some sort. So I'll just rewire it the best I can. The best idea I know for sure is going to help is this. This is a fuse jumper cable. What do they call it? Expandable circuit, whatever. This goes into your fuse panel, and this goes to the switch. So it'll tie into this. Before, I was just taking this wire and tying it to the metal post of the fuse, and then shoving the fuse into the car's fuse panel. This one just does a slicker job of it, so hopefully that'll be the culprit, but I'll just try my best to reroute the wires the best I can. The other thing I can do is improve the connections on the switch. They're really loose and poorly insulated, so I have this at my disposal, like liquid electrical tape, and also the better connections. Find something that works. So there we go. Liquid electrical tape, and on the ones I'm not using, and better connections on the one I am using. So it turned out that more professional looking fuse connector, it was the wrong size fuse, so I couldn't use it. So I just went back to the old method of tying a knot around the fuse and shoving it back in. I was able to upgrade this to a nice connector, wire nut they call it. It was just some makeshift electrical connector I had on before. Probably doubt that's going to make much of an improvement, but it looks better. Let's do one more test before I go through the trouble of bolting it in, crawling under the car or whatever. So here we go. I might have the switch direction wrong, but let's see. Oh, other way. Okay. So it works.